behind the smiles, there's mounting pressure on these allies to do more to arm Ukraine. Germany's defence minister in particular will be feeling the strain, and perhaps an unspoken sense of disappointment. There'd been hope Berlin would allow German-made tanks to join the war, but that's not yet been decided, despite this plea from the president.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Time remains a Russian weapon. We have to speed up. Time must become our common weapon. Just like air defense and artillery, armored vehicles and tanks.
Ukraine says it needs some 300 modern tanks to help break through Russian lines. But so far, only the UK has stepped up, with just 14 of its Challenger 2 main battle tanks. What Ukraine is really after are these German-made Leopard 2 tanks, which are far greater in supply, with around 2,000 operated by multiple European countries. It makes them easier to support and maintain if sent to Ukraine. Poland has offered to supply some of its Leopard tanks, but it needs Germany's approval. Any move by the US to send its Abrams tanks could finally convince Berlin to follow suit, but there's no sign of that for now. Washington and Berlin have agreed to supply dozens of armoured fighting vehicles, like these American Bradleys. They'll also be critical if Ukraine is to stand a chance of defeating Russian forces, something the US military chief warned won't happen anytime soon.
This year, it would be very, very difficult to militarily eject the Russian forces from every inch of Ukrainian-occupied or Russian-occupied Ukraine. That doesn't mean it can't happen, doesn't mean it won't happen, but it'd be very, very difficult.
A challenge no doubt made harder by Germany's indecision over its tanks.
We don't fear anything. We have just responsibility for our population in Germany and in Europe. And we have to balance all the pros and cons before we decide things like that, just like that.
Until that happens, and the answer is yes, Leopard tanks across Europe must stay locked out of Ukraine. Deborah Haynes, Sky News.